My name is Ian McVinney.
I am Danviana King.
And I am Casey Estienne.
We are from the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences, and we want to talk to everyone about an aspect of pharmacy that often goes unnoticed, drug take-back.
For 2 days each year, pharmacies and law enforcement agencies come together to provide over 5,000 sites for people to drop off leftover prescription drugs and help to educate the public about medication abuse. It also gives patients a place to dispose of their leftover and expired medicine so they don't have them in the trash or down the drain, where it will likely get into the public's water supply.
On 2018's Second Drug Take-Back Day, October 27th, 914,236 pounds or 457.12 tons of medications were collected in the United States. If we focus in our home state of Arkansas, 26,529 pounds of old prescription drugs were collected on October 27th, 2018. That is about even with the first Drug Take-Back Day of 2018, where 27,809 pounds of medication were collected in Arkansas.
Out of these 50,000 pounds of medications dropped in Arkansas last year, many of these prescriptions that were dropped in boxes were likely opioids. In 2016, Arkansas had the highest rate of opioid prescriptions in the country. In that year, our home state wrote about 115 opioid prescriptions per 100 people in the state. For reference, the national average is 66.5 prescriptions per 100 people.
More than 900 people die each week from opioid-related overdoses in the United States, and millions more suffer from opioid addiction. This is an ever-growing crisis in our country as many physicians continue to prescribe opioids at record-high rates. These drug take-back days provide an opportunity for people to get leftover opioids out of their homes and prevent more people from becoming addicted to opioids.
Even though this biannual Drug Take-Back Day is an easy, safe, and efficient way for Americans to drop off their medications, it only takes place twice a year. So what about the rest of the year when people actually want to drop off their medication?
In Arkansas, year-round, there are over 200 permanent sites where people can drop off their unused prescription medications for disposal. Though that is a convenient amount for many Arkansans, there are areas, particularly rural areas, where people have to drive up to 40 minutes just one way to get to the nearest collection box to dispose of their old medications.
In addition, Arkansas is a very rural state. Roughly 42% of Arkansans live in a rural area compared to the 15% of the U.S. population that lives in a rural area. And of that 42% of Arkansans, almost 50% are over the age of 45, which means most of the rural population of Arkansas are individuals who are on more medications and are more reluctant to drive long distances. Making matters worse, most permanent take-back boxes are located inside of police stations or in large chain pharmacies such as CVS or Walgreens that are not always located in rural areas. Most families may feel uncomfortable taking drugs back to anywhere but their local family-owned pharmacy, which they are treated and approached like family.
For this year's Prescription for Service project, we want to work with Arkansas law enforcement agencies to strategically place a couple of permanent drug take-back boxes at independent pharmacies, like this one, around the state of Arkansas in the most impoverished and underserved areas, as well as areas where people have to drive long ways to get to a box.
With the grants from Prescription for Service, we would like to order 3 permanent boxes, each of which costs around $800 including shipping. By placing these 3 boxes in specific areas in Arkansas, we would be drastically reducing the amount of time it takes for some rural areas in Arkansas to reach a permanent take-back box, leading to a reduced amount of medication in the trash or water supply and less medications like opioids in cabinets.
We hope you consider selecting our project to be the recipient of the Region 4 Prescription for Service grant.
By placing more permanent drug take-back boxes in rural areas of Arkansas, we will be helping our more rural populations be safer with their leftover medications, as well as help prevent them from getting into the hands of the wrong people and preventing further injury or addiction.
Thanks for watching!